Okay, the first of two boxes. Okay, the second box is a lot thicker. And we'll soon find out why there's a difference in size in the boxes. And the underside. This is the smaller of the two boxes. Strings. Hope the guitar is strung. That's the protection on the inside. Hear the rattle of something. The battery. Elsewhere on YouTube I've done a review of a guitar I bought online in the UK, and compared to that, both these artist guitars have the string spacings, because each string actually has two, or each position has two strings, and the spacing of those two strings is good, and also the edges of the frets where your hand slides against, they are quite smooth. So this is a good thing, so you don't draw blood while you're playing. It just feels comfortable. It's unfortunate that the strings and some of the frets have some sort of patina to it. They're not 100% pristine, but it doesn't seem to affect the playing. Hopefully anyone who buys a guitar would normally put new strings on it anyway, because you don't know how long it's been in storage. So structure. They both have a truss rod going up there. They both have 4 struts going across the bottom. The main unit also has some strip on the bottom going the full length of the body. The tuning pegs are nice and smooth and easy to achieve tuning, although I don't know why on the more expensive main unit they've chosen black plastic instead of gold, which would suit the pegs. The action is nice and low on both of them. So it indicates that the intonation is good as well. The bridge is slightly angled, and the G string position has like a little notch on the bridge, which is common on a lot of bridges, supposedly for intonation. The battery position on this Fishman unit on the main guitar, I think I've showed you before, it has this whole thing comes out and the battery compartment swivels inside. I just assume the battery fell out during packaging because the battery had a plastic sleeve on it and it may not have engaged properly. On the entry-level unit, the battery compartment is wherever the pickup jack is, and that has a standard casing that you would put the battery in. It may well be because this unit has a swiveling EQ section that it's got to have, the wiring needs to be a bit more flexible, and unfortunately that causes the wire to be visible. You can actually sort of see that, so again, it's not a big issue, but it just perhaps should be out of the way or channeled a bit better. With the tuners, the Fishman tuner, which I assume would be a more expensive unit, has a single dot LED for tuning, and you get it tells you the name of the note, but it's either red below, red above, or green in the middle. There's no variation where you are in the range. Whereas the entry level unit has like a little digital dial on it with a little needle on it, so you can actually sort of see roughly where you are and whether you're coming into range or going past it, and how quick your tuning is working. So like most things, it then comes down to the playing. Now with all my 12 strings I always tune them down 2 frets worth, 2 semitones, so they are deeper. It also makes the strings more flexible, so you can bend notes. They're easier to push down because you now have 12 strings as opposed to 6 strings to press down on the fret. Both the artist guitars are very bright and loud. I'll play the other one shortly. What else can we do? So. nice resonance sort of long the whole time. Now I'm playing these roughly 2 hours after I unpack them, so the strings are still settling in. So they're both very nice, very nice sounding, nice to play, quality sound. So there's a summary slide coming up, so I'll just show you my own long-term 12-string, which is a Takamine. So it's a Takamine. I got this roughly 14 to 15 years ago, and it cost me $2,000. Which itself was a discounted price. This is using D'Addario strings, which are mediums 12 to 52 gauge. So they sound a bit more mellow, and they are slightly older, I suppose, but it's just a mellower sound all round. I'm not really into the electronics much, but everything works fine, but it doesn't have an inbuilt tuner. It doesn't have strat pegs, which both the artist guitars have strat pegs. So this one has one at the end, but it doesn't have one on the neck, whereas both the artist guitars do. If you're into wearing straps, I always sit down when I play. If for whatever reason this broke, I would have no hesitation at all in getting an artist guitar to replace it, because there's no way that either of those is 5 or 10 times. There's no way this is 5 or 10 times better than those two guitars. There might be like 5–10% difference at most.